Good morning. Guten Morgen. Welcome to this place of peace, justice, and hope. I'm Ron Solberg, and I'm pleased to be with you today as the worship associate. Our music today will be provided by special guest musicians Carolyn May, our pianist. Carolyn, thank you. And I'm not going to pronounce this very well, but it's called the La Trop Mademoiselle, something like that. Anyway. I know German, but not French. We'd like to thank you for placing your electronic gadgets in worship mode now, but please do feel free to check in on social media and let folks know you are worshiping here today. If you're joining in on YouTube, welcome. We're glad you're joining us. Childcare is available in the lower level of the RE building across the alley, and you are welcome to take your children there at any time. Although children are welcome to remain in the service, all voices are welcome here. There's always so much going on here around the church, and you can read all about it in News and Notes, and I must say, what a wonderful day yesterday. Oh my gosh. It was with Darren and Megan, and Magic by Peter Crower, and David Lloyd here with his wonderful introduction and ministerial activities. Thank you. It was just wonderful. Of course, you can read a lot of these things in the News and Notes, which arrives in your mailbox, or inbox, every Friday, and there are printed copies available downstairs. If you would like to receive News and Notes, stop by the welcome table in the living room at the back of the church. This is a very special day. It is our annual meeting, and all are invited to join us as we conduct the business of our congregation and embody our congregational polity. We'll elect officers and pass our budget, hear about the state of the church. It's an important time for us. All members are asked to attend, and everyone is invited.
Thank you so much, Ron. And again, welcome everyone. I'm the Reverend Dr. Beth Johnson. My pronouns are she and they, and I'm happy to welcome all of you this morning and our special guest musicians who are the Trois Mademoiselles, the three dames. Glad you're here, and Carolyn May, thank you so much. Now, just to give a check really quickly, does everyone have something that you can create with during the service? You could have a pipe cleaner, you could have Play-Doh, you could have things to write with, even to make dots. So you can also have multiples of those things. And this morning's service is about creativity. It's an invitation from Creativitiy to invite us to enjoy the creativity of the musicians, the worship, even the creativity of all of us coming together on a Sunday morning. We'll have poetry and readings and a fabulous story and an opportunity for you to create during the service. So this is my invitation from Creativitiy. I'm kind of channeling Creativitiy for you this morning. Creativitiy invites you throughout the service to create. You can work your pipe cleaner, you can write on your paper, you can draw, you can create shapes with your Play-Doh. Y'all, you can even stand up and move. You could. During the music, during a reading, at any time, if you feel like creativity is moving through you, then you just go ahead and stand up or stay in your seat and move and just let creativity flow through you. How does that sound? And we'll be brimming with creativity for our congregational meeting, which will start at 11:30. So we have a little bit shorter of a service today. I'm going to invite you to take a breath with me. Oh, we needed to do that, didn't we? Why don't we do that again? Feel your body on the seat, your feet on the floor. Yeah, that's right. Breathe in and release. I saw some breathing out through the mouth slowly. That's a really good way to deepen. Good. Remembering that the breath connects us to everything that ever was, everything that ever will be, and connects us each to each, here in this moment, and to all that lives, this beautiful, breathing earth. I begin with gratitude for Marian Hanna Wilson for her leadership of the Unitarian Church of Hinsdale Racial Equity Team for sharing this land acknowledgement. I invite you to visit the display in the Alice Warren Room downstairs and learn of their important project, bringing awareness and making repair. I want to acknowledge that we in the western suburbs inhabit areas that are the traditional territories of Indigenous peoples, including Kickapoo, Peoria, Kaskaskia, Potawatomi, and others. As people trying to live into a more just world, we have a responsibility to acknowledge the history and legacy of colonialism and the harm done to Native peoples, and also to work to repair that harm. With every breath we take, may we remember our connection to the land and to all beings. We are all creative because we are creators. We use creativity when we parent, problem solve, cook, communicate, strategize, imagine, dream, heal, create anything in our lives. Our creativity is a well of possibility, which fuels our enthusiasm, energy, joy, hope, and the feeling that anything is possible. Again, you are invited to experience and to express your creativity. Now remember, you don't have to share what you do with anyone, so it can just be between you and the muse creativity. So come, let us worship, let us be creative, and let us hear le toi, Mademoiselle. Thank you so much. I don't know about y'all, but I was tapping my feet and moving my head. So thank you for that. Remember by Joe Harjo. Remember the sky you were born under? Know each of the stars' stories. Remember the moon. Know who she is. Remember the sun's birth at dawn, that is the strongest point of time. Remember sundown and the giving away tonight. Remember your birth and how your mother struggled to give you form and breath. You are evidence of her life and her mother's and hers. Remember your father. He is your life also. Remember the earth whose skin you are. Red earth, black earth, yellow earth, white earth, brown earth, we are earth. Remember the plants, trees, and animal life who all have their tribes, their families, their histories too. Talk to them. Listen to them. They are alive poems. Remember the wind. Remember her voice. She knows the origin of the universe. Remember, you are all people and all people are you. Remember, you are this universe and the universe is you. Remember, all is in motion, is growing, is you. Remember, language comes from this. Remember, the dance language is, that is life. Remember. Let us remember who and whose we are as we seek the creative force within the universe. I invite you to rise in body or in spirit and sing together the first two verses of our opening song, and I think I need Jean to help me get the verses up here. Because we are all creative in our work together. We have a lot of, oh. Okay, no worries. No, I think I can go back. Here. Here you go. I see it. How did that happen?
Oh, I turned it off.
Okay. All right. For the beauty of the earth, the first two verses. We did it.
Creativitiy by Jane. I have no name until you name me. I have no form until you shape me. I don't exist until you make me. I am creativity. I am waiting deep inside you. Touch my spark and let me light you, give me life, and I'll revive you. I am creativity.
And our time for all ages. Here you go, you could use that. Thank you. All right.
So today's story is for everybody. So The pictures are going to be on the screen for everybody to see. And the name of my story today is The Dot by Peter Reynolds. Art class was over. Sat glued to her chair. Her paper was empty. Vashti's teacher leaned over the blank paper. Ah, a polar bear in a snowstorm. Very funny, said Vashti. I just can't draw. Her teacher smiled. Just make a mark and see where it takes you. Vashti grabbed a marker and gave the paper a good strong jab. There. Her teacher picked up the paper and studied it carefully. Then she pushed the paper towards Vashti and quietly said, now sign it. Vashti thought for a moment. Well, maybe I can't draw, but I can sign my name. The next week, when Vashti walked into art class, she was surprised to see what was hanging above her teacher's desk. It was the little dot she had drawn. Her dot, all framed in swirly gold. Huh, I can make a better dot than that. She opened her never-before-used set of watercolors and set to work. Vashti painted and painted and painted. A yellow dot, a green dot, a red dot, a blue dot. Then she mixed the blue dot with the red dot and she discovered that she could make a purple dot. Vashti kept experimenting, lots of little dots in all kinds of colors. If I can make little dots, I bet I can make bigger dots too. And Vashti splashed her colors with a bigger brush on bigger paper to make bigger dots. She even made a dot by not painting a dot. At the school art show a few weeks later, Vashti's many dots made quite a splash. Vashti noticed a little boy gazing up at her. You're a really great artist, he said. I wish I could draw. Do you see where this is going? I bet you can, said Vashti. Me? Oh, no, not me. I can't even draw a straight line with a ruler. Vashti smiled. She handed the boy a blank sheet of paper. Show me. The boy's pencil shook as he drew his line. Vashti stared at the boy's squiggle. And then she said, sign it. The end. So I invite you all, even if you think you aren't creative, to just make a mark and see where it takes you.
Sing our children out to their classes. Thank you. As you go, rejoice around you. As you go, go in peace. Know our love is with you always. As you go, as you go.
Now for our offering. As we gather in community to share our creative spark, we invite the spirit of generosity in support of this, our church home. This church is made up of all of us. It is what we learn together, the work we do together, the fun we have together. It is what we share with one another, with people around us, and with the world. We now gratefully receive your contributions and thank you in advance for your generosity.
Was anyone else tapping their toes? Okay, because I couldn't see your toes. Also behind here, I couldn't see your heads. If you were doing that, this is just beautiful. How perfect for our service on creativity, because the creativity is certainly the piece, the Beethoven piece, but it's also what you bring to it, the creativity, the interpretation. So thank you so much. Hafiz says, to build a swing, you carry all the ingredients to turn your life into a nightmare. Don't mix them. You all have the genius to build a swing in your backyard for God. That sounds a lot more fun. Let's start laughing, drawing blueprints, gathering our talented friends. I will help you with my divine lyre and drum. Hafiz will sing 1,000 words you can take into your hands like golden saws, silver hammers, polished teakwood, strong silk rope. You carry all the ingredients to turn your existence into joy. Mix them. Mix them. Invite us to sing. Carolyn, we're just going to sing it all together 3 times today. Let's rise in body or spirit as you'd like and sing. Sing and rejoice. We're going to sing it through 3 times. This is a reading from J. Ruth Gendler. Creativity is not efficient. She has a different relationship to time than most of us. A minute can last a day can last an hour. She loves all the seasons. She's on intimate terms with the sun and the moon. It's New Year's all year long at her house, with the celebrations for the Celtic, Hebrew, Tibetan, Chinese, Japanese, and other New Years too numerous to mention. Creativity loves to gossip with birds and puts on her masks and beads and dances with animals. Although bright colors amuse her, she most often wears neutral tones. She's especially partial to off-white. Some people consider creativity selfish because she does what she wants. I found her to be gracious and most generous. She's certainly complex. If you've only met her in a serene mood, her flair for drama may offend you. She's not your aunt with porcelain teapot who plays chamber music. If you're one of those people who only go to see her when she's starring in a major melodrama, you will not hear her rain songs. If you insist she is mad, you will never see how her face is when she returns from a dream. Sometimes creativity disappears completely or wanders around back alleys for weeks at a time. She has a strong need to be occasionally anonymous. If you run into her at the post office line during one of those periods, you probably won't recognize her. She is in a different place. It is almost as if her blood has slowed down. When the blank period is over, creativity brings her free self home with her. Her skin is new. She's ready to work. More than anyone else, creativity understands the secret meanings of the months when nothing seems to get done. Does that creativity sound familiar? I'm going to invite you into part of a piece that I will share the second part at another time when I have time. This is Creativity, a spoken word piece by Christopher Donshaw Sims. The power of the creative spirit. We tune into the muse within as time transcends and sound waves bend to blend with thought. We wind up lost, caught in the worldwide web of creativity, realizing our abilities to bring beauty to life skillfully. Is it a mystery? No, it is a tangible triumph. We are swimming in the verses of collective choruses of everlasting determination. We are but demonstrations of ongoing orchestrations without limitations. Unrehearsed, we search for the perfect beat, the melodious speech, the proper paint techniques, the flawless dance move, electric radiance and art designed on computers, raw, uncut rock on guitars, backed with delicious lyrical bars. In doing so, we have achieved Saturn, the sun, Mars. It is tranquil, real. It is something we can feel. It builds and builds as we reveal. We are unable to yield. Only deal with the art, the base word of heart. Only deal with art, the base word of heart. Only deal with art, the base word of heart. Where this all comes from, flows from. It impacts, encourages, inspires, strengthens, pursues, empowers, enables, transforms, challenges, and unites us. It is freedom. It is fire, freedom, force, fierce. It is fire, freedom, force, fierce. Fire, freedom, force, fierce. A course of action, anticipating stimuli from your heart to your third eye. It is the power of creativity, the power of the creative spirit inside us, reminding us who we are, what surrounds us, and what the universe is. How many of us live lives of passion? Where are we asking ourselves, should we put away our studies or the company's laptop to hop into the hope of humanity? How many of us are undiscovered rock stars, soulful shower singers, drum beaters, modern-day Da Vinci's? It is the power of creativity, the power of the creative spirit. So says Christopher Donshaw Sims. Creativity is the opportunity for us to dive deep. It is about intimacy. It is about vulnerability. Elizabeth Gilbert and Brene Brown both lift up the need and the presence of vulnerability when we create, however we create. When we open ourselves to that flow, to that still small voice, to that urge, to that lure, it means that we put ourselves out there. We put a dot on the page, and then we sign our name because we claim the dot and the creativity and the vulnerability that comes with it, that someone might judge us. But it is creativity, beloveds, that will allow us to flourish as individuals, flourish as a congregation, flourish as a world. That is the invitation from Creativity in this day and in all days. Who will we be? Will we write our name, claim our fame, understand who we are and what that wellspring of creativity is bringing into us in this moment, in this very, very moment? So, this was a brief window in invitation to the power of creativity. As we explored creativity today, what came up for you? I can close my eyes. You don't have to confess. Everybody close your eyes. And if you created something, lift it up. I won't look. Did you create? What did it feel like? Good. Bring it with you. Put it on your altar. Say, this is what I created in worship today. Let us remember, the pipe cleaners were great, weren't they? Let us remember that creativity is the wellspring of joy, imagination, and possibility. So, let the creativity begin. I invite you to join me in our chalice extinguishing words. We extinguish this flame, the warmth of this community, nor the fire of our commitment. These we carry in our hearts and share with all the world. Invite you to rise in body or spirit. We'll sing the last two verses of For the Beauty of the Earth. Enough said. May you always create with abandon. May you allow the creativity of the muse to flow through you. May it be so. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you to Mademoiselle, and to Carolyn May for her accompaniment. Thank you so much. Deep bows. I can't wait till it happens again. All right, beloveds. I'm excited about our congregational meeting. How many of you are excited about our congregational meeting? Seriously. It is going to be a source of great creativity. So take a break. Be back here at 11:30, right, President Bob? So if you are visiting today or new to Unitarian Universalism and curious about our faith, this seriously is a good way to get to know who we are. I'm serious, y'all. You can learn about how we operate and all that. So members, we do need you here. And I'm assuming in the back, there's a sign-in process, Bob? All right. I don't have to do that. See you soon. 10 minutes. I forgot to extinguish the flame.